Hello, Chargers. Today I'm going to show you all about your learning and teaching evidence tracker. So this is on just like a demo account here. So we're going to look at this. This is at evaluations.canyonsdistrict.org. It is the same place where you fill out all your goals and your iPod reflection and all that good stuff. Um, so I'm going to go through each of the standards with you here. Standard 4 is interdisciplinary connections. Makes interdisciplinary connections to purposely engage learners to integrate content knowledge. So there is effective here and there's highly effective. Okay. You do not get some sort of extra pay for highly effective. You don't get to wear a t-shirt that says highly effective, and everybody else knows that you're highly effective. I mean, you could, but there's just no like pay incentive for that, just so you're aware. So if you want to go for just effective, that's okay. So what you do for effective, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go through the effective side for the sake of time. But if you so want to do highly effective, you're more than welcome to do so. All right. So effective, interdisciplinary, inter meaning between, discipline as in content areas. And so this typically just means, if you are doing, for instance, in English, you are doing some sort of research-based project on a social studies event, or if you are in science and you are doing a little bit of math integration, something along those lines. It says one PLC note or product or colleague collaboration that reflects those interdisciplinary projects or connections, and evidence of implementing school-wide or disciplinary interdisciplinary initiatives. So that could be a starter. That could be your postcards that you send home. That could be that you want to give out charge cards or have a classroom store. Any of those things would work. There's also a culminating student project, reflects learning that results in student developed product, research paper, or one piece of lesson planning evidence. Okay. So this side here is the teacher side. So that's what you're going to need to click on. Notice it says I uploaded or will provide. So the will provide part indicates that you could have this printed all out, or you could upload this digitally. Okay, so that's kind of your preference. So you would click on this. And so note that you would click on this line of evidence is not needed or available if you are not going to go for highly effective. Okay. Um, and so lesson planning evidence that demonstrates interdisciplinary, connection. So you would click that. And so that is standard 4. It will not let you submit the entire document until you have gone through each one of these standards. Okay. So standard 6 is feedback. Feedback is really just providing feedback to students. So effective, 2 different work samples from students where you have given specific feedback on what that student can do to achieve mastery of that objective. This could be rubrics, task completion checklists, etc. So for effective, it's just 2 different work samples. It just needs to be from 2 different students, okay, for that to work. And that is it on standard 6. So that's pretty easy and short there. Standard 7, cognitive rigor or depth of knowledge. So effective needs all of the following. One piece of evidence of rigor that demonstrates DOK level 3 or 4 learning task. That would be like applying or having the students create something of their own, like research-based projects and things of that nature. And so you would just need to say I have uploaded or provide for that. And then you also need to include the completed student work sample with that. Okay. Standard 8 is data use. So you're just providing data evidence from your PLC notes that you use data to guide your instruction. This could be a common formative assessment or a DWISBA. And when I say common formative assessment, it could be like a Kahoot or a Bookit or a Nearpod data, any data that you're using to drive your instruction. Okay. And then let's see. So notes from your PLC meeting or any sort of show consistent use of student data. So, um, again, just notes from your PLC meeting, as well as perhaps the common Fortman assessment that you are using for that. So, like for instance, if it was a Nearpod, you might print off the PDF or submit the PDF of the percent of students who got the proficiency level 80% or higher, or whatever you want to choose for that proficiency. Standard 9 is scaffolding. So, scaffolding designs, adapts, and delivers appropriate and challenging learning experiences based on students' diverse strengths and needs. So, a teacher provides one piece of evidence or a student work sample that shows scaffold. So, this could be a rubric. This could be if you have a multilingual student and you have been translating things, any sort of scaffold in place. It could be a special education student um, that you accommodate by making the assignment shorter, okay, by giving students more time, something along that is what we're looking for there, okay. And then on standard 10 is professional development. Now, most of these things are things that you don't really need to worry about. Like if you have attended the professional developments that have been offered here at the faculty level, in the meetings, or if you have attended um, lunch and learn, any of those things, definitely they count. And you don't necessarily need to produce evidence for attending every faculty meeting, or even submitting evidence for completing the student growth goal, because that will, like, admin will have access to that. And the easiest way to do this is I tell teachers to go to Midas, MIDAS, and log in, and you can print off your transcript there. And that's the easiest way to get that kind of proof. Um, so let's see here. Um, it will ask you to have like some notes about like how you plan to use what was taught in those meetings to improve your instruction, okay. And then that is it, and that is how you do your learning and teaching evidence tracker. If you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to help. Have a great day.